Looks like we have ourselves an audit here. This is Pasco County, Florida, and Dade City. Let me go over here and find out what's going on. Pasco County, Dade City. And you got Pasco County Sheriff, Pasco County Sheriff, cruiser number 5262, tag Z, Zebra Tom, Sandy, Niner, 0. Hey, how's it going, officer? How you doing, deputy? How you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Did you find that ordinance you have on the books about panhandling?
Well, it's not specifically panhandling. It's the solicitation of any use of the roadway.
You have an ordinance that says that there's no solicitation somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I want to see that in writing.
Okay, well, I don't have to provide that to you.
But you don't have it.
I do. It's in Pasco County
No,
Code.
it's good. Let me explain to you real simple. So
No, it's an ordinance.
Oh, so you're S. Watson. What's your badge number?
6415.
6415?
Yeah.
There is no ordinance against any content-based ordinance. It must be anything that will violate the First Amendment. Would have to be content neutral.
It's an
that's simple as that.
Content neutral.
How is it? You just said solicitation.
Any solicitation.
That's not content neutral. You just said solicitation twice. That's a type of content. Solicitation is a type of content.
What do you mean content neutral?
I didn't mean it. It was Clarence Thomas that meant it. It was very clear in Reed versus Town of Gilbert. You'd be free to look it up.
So
you cannot restrict freedom of speech.
I'm not going to argue.
You don't have to argue. You're fucking wrong.
Okay, that's
You can
fine.
be fucking wrong. Have you ever been fucking wrong before?
I have.
Because you're wrong right now.
Well,
If you want to
look, gone through litigation,
write it down on paper so we can sue then. Because that's what we're doing.
It's on the books.
Look, no, write him a fucking ordinance citation so we can sue you. Until you create damages, we can't sue you. Please put it on paper.
Okay.
The ordinance does not fucking exist.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
If you want to walk over to that side of my car, I'll grab my computer and I'll show it to you.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm Andrew, by the way. I'll talk to you like a normal human being.
Okay. Well.
But look, you're wrong, and we get tired of seeing deputies know when they're wrong.
Well, so I know I'm right,
No,
and this ordinance has already gone through litigation, and
No,
it's already been blessed off.
No.
So it has, and I'll give it to you. Let's walk.
Sure, let me see it.
Pull it out.
So why are you wanting me over here to do? Oh, so I'm not in the roadway?
No, because my computer contains criminal justice information. And I can't.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You're establishing privacy. Yeah. I by no means want to see anything private from yours.
Well, it's not of mine. It's of other private individuals.
Sure, of anyone's. I don't want to see any private information.
Article 1 in general, Section 82-1.
Well, let's start where we're at. Article 1 in general.
Yep.
We're looking at Section 82-1 in
dangerous use of public
the Pasco
rights-of-way.
County Ordinances.
Yep.
And it says dangerous use of the public right-of-way. Definitions. Following words, terms, and phrases when used in this section shall have the meanings ascribed to them in this subsection, except when the content. What are you looking for?
So this is just definitions.
Yeah.
But down here, it's going to say, so it's going to explain to you. No, that's all right. So it's going to explain about vehicles and stuff, which is
we're not on vehicles.
Exactly. That's not really relevant.
Sure.
And then you have public rights of ways being defined.
Sure.
And then it says prohibitions, except as provided herein or otherwise permitted by law, is unlawful to make any use of the public rights of way in a manner that interferes with the safe and efficient movement of people or property from place to place on a public road of right of way. Such prohibited activity includes, but is not limited to, occupancy of medians. It is unlawful for any person to stop, stand, or otherwise occupy or remain in any median or designated roadway, which that is a
in the roadway,
yeah. That is a section of the designated
No, sidewalk's not designated roadway.
It's not sidewalk, it's easement.
Easement is not designated roadway. That's no, it's not by
It is.
Go back up your definitions. Go back up your definitions. Do you need to teach you how to do this?
So it's public right of way, and I will show you.
It's not. No way. You said roadway,
and I will show you where those two definitions align.
All right, sure.
So, occupancy of the median, and that's not the only thing. Presumption: stopping, standing, or otherwise occupying a median for two consecutive opportunities.
A median. Oh.
10-4. I'm sorry.
A median. You're talking about median, right?
All right, so, or otherwise occupying a median through 2 consecutive
median,
opportunities.
okay.
Yes, this is median, but I don't want to.
Oh, you're confusing me because you're talking about like the sidewalk
I'm not
right
trying
away.
to skip the definitions.
Right. Well,
so I don't want to skip to the part where it's convenient for me, so that way we could go over it together.
I appreciate that.
And we understand all of it. Because
that.
anybody could cherry pick a piece of Florida state statute or county ordinance and get it wrong.
Let me, Watson, can you give me 1 second? Go back to this 1 second. So are you familiar with Reed versus Town of Gilbert?
It's gone through litigation before. But
That's what's gone. Sure, Reed versus Town of Gilbert's gone through litigation.
Absolutely, because it's Supreme Court case law, if I'm not mistaken.
Certainly, it is.
But that's not what we're here.
Oh, we got 2 more deputies. This is Deputy Francis. Hey, Deputy, I'm Andrew. Homeless Audits. How you doing?
Hey.
And this is
Deputy Richardson.
Deputy Richardson, Homeless Audits. Nice to meet you. So I'm a data analyst. And what we do, and we work with various organizations. Right now, we're basically doing everything with Florida Justice Institute. We also work with FIRE, which is freedom of individualism. I don't remember. It FIRE is the name of the organization. So ACLU, various organizations like that. We work with civil rights organizations. And what we do is we go around. Florida's a really big one, and we look for ordinances that may be in violation of the First Amendment rights of the American citizens. Hey, are you a cop? I bet you are. You're a MAGA. Hang on out, man. That's good for you. Good for you. So, so what we do is we challenge ordinances that might violate First Amendment rights. Obviously, Reed versus Town of Gilbert, Clarence Thomas made it has been narrowly tailored. Things have been narrowly tailored to meet specific governmental interests. You cannot restrict content-based speech. It has to be content-neutral restrictions, TPM restrictions. This has all been going on, a very clear law on this. Panhandling is a constitutionally protected right. It is. And all 50 states, and between us and Honor Your Oath, they don't even refer me to Honor Your Oath yet. So Jeff Gray does the same thing, and he's got 3 lawsuits in Mississippi, just won 3 in Georgia. We got 1 in Hillsborough County, and I'll be honest with you, we don't mind adding 1 in Pasco, like we really don't. So if somebody's he's gonna write down an ordinance down paper and give him an ordinance violation, we're waiting for that.
Well, of course, but it's their right to fight it in court.
No, we don't care if we win or not. So you don't understand how this works. It's lost wages. We're going to sue for an injunction and lost wages. So we don't care if you win or not. But you're in the kangaroo court, nobody cares.
Okay.
Because the lawsuit is you have it on books. You're acting in qualified immunity capacity. You're acting on what you believe to be right. So whether you take an arrest, as a conviction, none of that matters.
Right.
Right. So what we do is we still sue because you're still telling him he can't do something he can constitutionally do. Right. So if you're telling him he can't, and he has a fear of arrest for doing something he can constitutionally do, that's lost wages. That's actual damages. We sue for that. We immediately go for an injunction. That way you can't do it anymore. And then we get a year's injunction, and then also we get lost wages. So however long it takes to get through your criminal justice system, we're getting $150 a day for every single day.
Okay.
That's how we do things. So if you have something in writing.
So that's this section right
Yeah, so you saw about impeding traffic though.
No, it is unlawful for any person to engage in any physical interaction between a pedestrian and an occupant of a motor vehicle, which you guys are engaging in.
Physical, I'm not doing anything, I'm filming you.
Well, okay, he was doing.
So he was engaging in a physical, so he's saying.
Physical interaction between a pedestrian and an occupant of a motor vehicle,
physical interaction between a pedestrian and a motor vehicle.
But not limited to the transfer of any product material while the motor vehicle is legally parked and is located on.
While the vehicle is not legally parked and is located
on the travel portion
of the designated roadway.
Which it is.
Sure.
And then the other part is going to be commercial use of public rights of way. It's unlawful to use any public right of way for commercial activity.
Can you write that down in ordinance and give it to him?
I mean, you can anybody can look it up.
Oh no, it's fine because this is what you guys get qualified immunity. So I call it qualified stupidity because obviously it means I don't know how to do my job. Roofers don't get that. No other certified person gets that. But y'all get the qualified stupidity.
That's because
but I don't care what it's for because we're working on getting rid of it. So
well, that'll never happen.
We did it in New Mexico. It's already gone. I mean,
well, did you look and see what actually happened? Because New Mexico struck that law down, and then replaced it with an identical one under a new name.
It's different.
It's the same thing.
And in New York, it gives us $50,000 just to keep us shut the fuck up. So we've disbanded 134 police departments.
If it gets passed, it gets passed.
Right, so but y'all can do things as you're told to do. And right here, he's showing me something he's told to do. Yeah. Now I can research it further later on. He's got section 821. Yeah, I'll research it a little, and I'll send it over to our lawyer and say, okay, this is unconstitutional. So, but in order to start the process, there has to be damages. So we implore you to write a citation. I mean, he'll stop as soon as he gets a citation, I promise you. Like, he'll stop right away. I mean, he'll take the citation, because that's all we need. We don't need 5 citations, we need 1. So and if you believe in this, and you believe this will stand the test, the scrutiny of a court, this is the perfect time to give him 1.
It already has.
Well, no, if you believe that, this is the perfect, give us an ordinance violation, and then we have damages. But create some damages so we can do that, because without that, we can't do nothing. Is that what we're gonna do? I'll stand by watch. I mean,
I was intending on citing him.
Please do that.
So if he's not going to pack the sign away, but
not until you cite him, because we're looking for a citation.
Okay.
We need that citation. Then he'll stop right away.
Okay.
He's gonna give you his name and everything. He's like, yeah. He's like, we're not gonna give you any secondary charge.
So they're understanding that there is a court date and all that.
We don't believe it's true. We know. Whatever you guys do on this side,
yeah, you don't have to show up.
We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
You do have to show up, because if you don't, there will be an arrest.
We know what we're doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But we need.
It's your right if you don't want to show up.
This is not. We're very familiar with what we're doing here. Okay, but we need that paperwork to sit and give to him for us to start that process to challenge it. We can't challenge it like this. Like, this is just people talking.
Yeah,
you think that this is a constitutionally sound ordinance. You believe that it stands the test of time. You believe so. Whether you're right or not, you're not legislative. I have a law degree. I don't think you do, but I have one. Do you have a law degree?
No, it doesn't.
Do you have a law degree?
It doesn't take one.
No, you. Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer. Does not take a law degree to know what the First Amendment is and the restrictions of it. Does not take a law degree to read versus Town of Gilbert. And it does not take a law degree to know when there is an ordinance on the books that is unconstitutional by nature. It doesn't take a law degree. But it does require enforcement of that ordinance for us to challenge it. So I implore you to give us a chance to enforce it. Yeah, well, because that's it. You can't fight. Without the case number, I can't file any motions. Right. So I mean, like, yeah, we implore you to fill out the paperwork so that way we have a court date, a case number, so I can then challenge that in court. Okay, that'd be awesome.
That's fine.
All right.
The only thing though that I'm going to ask you is that we can't be like filming the computers and stuff.
I will never film your CAD.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'll FOIA your CAD, but they can redact it how they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It contains CGI and PII.
You saw how I stepped over there. I'm not looking. I'm not one of them. I'm not an aggressive auditor. We're homeless audits. We're not auditing, like, we're not showing up at your police department.
No, I get that.
We audit.
We have a couple people who will do that, and
yeah, but they're not homeless audits. We're auditing the way you interact with homeless individuals. We're auditing the way ordinances are written and how they are enforced against homeless individuals. Okay. So we're not looking to audit. I mean, I don't care if your body cam's allowed to be worn there, if it has to be up here, like Tampa's that does, you know, because they had a case where there was a mounted gun, it blocked the body cam view, so they moved the cameras up here. I know all the SOPs. I don't give nobody a hard time about SOPs. But if you enforce something against homeless people that you wouldn't enforce against nobody else, which means if there's a Liberty Tax guy out here in a costume, you gotta enforce it against him. Boot drives, car washes.
Absolutely.
The kids with the car wash signs.
Or how about people selling dogs on the side of the road?
Or kids with the car wash signs. And I will tell you, we have data. So what we do is we gather all this data, and if you think that indiscriminately enforce is what you're doing, is indiscriminately enforcing something that is lawfully sound, why would I stop you from doing that?
Sure.
But let's do it. All right. So Israel, he's found a traffic flow ordinance that has to do with hand-to-hand transmissions between vehicles.
Tell him to write me a ticket.
That's what I told him to do. Just write a ticket and we'll take it from there. It's a good time to get a ticket right now. They enforce it. You're 100% right. You cannot get rid of unconstitutional ordinance unless it's enforced. That is 100% correct. Deputy said you're on easement. They are writing a citation. I told him feel free to, and then see him in court. You know, basically. So they are writing a citation. Well, he's saying is, I don't know if he's talking to us. He might be talking to a state's attorney by now.
I told him.
If he's talking to a state's attorney, they might tell him not to. But I mean, I told him the only way you're going to leave is if he writes a citation. So
Take you to jail, whichever one is clever.
he's not going to take you to jail. That's not going to be what happens. I mean, but yeah.
They don't want me to talk to their inmates.
I mean, they don't have to create that much damages. The damages are that you can no longer do what you're doing, which is perfectly constitutionally protected. That's the damages, is lost wages. So it doesn't, they can do what they want to do. It's lost wages any way it goes. I believe that it would be no problem. Do what? I believe there will be no issue with a case, this type of case. Let me see your sign. Traveling broke hungry.
I was also trying to buy weed, and that's a problem.
That you were trying to buy weed.
I just laughed at it.
THCA is perfectly legal in Florida. Yeah, but even if you were trying to get,
that number means something.
THCA is perfectly legal in Florida, so it doesn't really matter. 420, what does that mean? Now does it mean it's just THC? THCA is not included. THCP, not included.
So technically it's a time.
It's a time, yeah. But yeah, so he wants to cite you, and he said it's a court date. I mean, that's okay. It's all right.
We'll just forward that to Rick.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, in reality, they can pay for the travel, and we'll just send you back and forth, bro.
I
Like,
got butthurt when I noticed I didn't have my phone.
I knew we saw you didn't take it. We were like, this will be the
No,
time.
I told you I did. I thought I did, and dude, when I was out here, I was like, this will be the time.
This will be that's gonna be the time.
And
It always film the police. Not most of the time, always.
How you doing, man?
Here he goes. All right, Deputy Watson. You didn't bring a citation paperwork out with you, bud.
He's writing it right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your address is general delivery.
You're homeless. Are you homeless?
well, yeah, but I mean,
Then why is he asking for your grandpa's address?
Well, I'm asking just for a mailing address.
Okay, so here's the thing. He doesn't have a mailing address on his ID.
General delivery.
It says general delivery.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
That's what it says on his ID. He's genuinely homeless.
Okay. Well, I mean, just because you're homeless doesn't mean that you don't have the capability of receiving mail somewhere. Like you could have a PO box.
Yeah, but if you get an address that you don't live in at least 6 months a year at the DMV, that is a felony.
It is a lie.
That's a lie. It's fraud.
Federal document.
It's fraud. I know it is.
Technically a lie to you.
It's fraud.
Well, it depends. I mean, people.
If he lies to you about his address, it's fraud. And it's perjury. That's an affidavit, right? Talking to a law enforcement officer? Giving it in the course of your duties?
Not necessarily. So it depends. I mean,
sounds like instruction to me.
I'd have a hard time arguing that because people have the right to lie to me, except for when it comes to me having the right to force them to identify.
Dude, you're willing to argue in a deposition that a First Amendment right violation is okay. So I wouldn't worry about nothing else if you're arguing, dude.
I mean,
you're gonna
it's all about compulsion, right? Do I have the legal ability to compel them or not? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no.
Compel what?
Compel like
an ID?
Like for example, an identification.
Oh, we don't do secondary charges because y'all have qualified immunity on the primary. So if you're wrong on the primary, you're wrong on the way that I'm thinking the First Amendment.
That's not really what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is like right now he's committed, as an example, he is committing by the letter of it
an ordinance violation.
Yeah. And I have the legal ability to compel him to identify himself.
Sure.
But if he does,
and then the courts don't like to hear that the ordinance violation itself was unconstitutional. We've tried that already.
Responsibility to not uphold unconstitutional laws.
Yes, but he doesn't care about that because they're order followers, not law followers.
Okay. All right, so
they follow orders, not law, bro.
General delivery Tampa, then you don't want to list anything else. Okay.
And you let me know if you want me any further away from you because I am filming. But yeah. Anytime you feel uncomfortable, just let me know, bud.
No, you're not bothering me.
I mean, like in battle and war, if a CO told me to shoot a little kid just because you didn't like the kid, I'd tell him no, even if he shot.
Like any reasonable person would.
Yeah.
Except for the soldiers that went out there and shot little kids, huh?
But Nuremberg,
well, those aren't reasonable people, are they?
An acceptable disease these days.
We'll see.
Good cell phone number for you, or any phone for you.
You can take.
If you're looking for him, he's fine. I'm an advocate. He's fine. You're good. You bring him. Is it okay with you, deputy, for him to give some food?
If he has
Here, I'll tell you what. You can give me some food. I'll give it to him in a second.
I don't have an issue with that.
You don't. Well, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother you. All right. Yeah, I'll hold it for him. My name's Andrew. Yeah, we're homeless audits.
Okay.
So we
This is
advocate for
the
homeless.
dog. That's
This
for
is
the
the dog?
This
All
is
right.
for him. And
Okay.
there's 2 beef patties in there for the dog too.
I'm sure the dog will be very happy. This Moxie is the
and
dog's
there's
name,
$20
by the way.
for him, too.
I'll give it straight to him. Matter of fact, just put it right here.
Okay.
All right.
Just let him know.
I will, absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Hey, he stays with us in our RV. He's been homeless for a while, and we've been housing him.
I just want to make sure that dog gets good care.
Oh, she takes. Yeah, we take care of any animal, any human animal around us.
Yeah,
everybody's taken care of.
Yeah, that's great.
Because people like you are beautiful. We consider you angels. Like it's a messenger from God, brother.
Trying to help.
Yeah.
Good to everyone.
It's the only way. I mean, it's the only way a lot of people can get by. He aged out of foster care in Tampa.
Yeah, not
his dad passed away in the military across seas, and so he's been trying to figure it out since, but he doesn't really know what to do yet. We're working with him, but yeah, you have a good one, brother. God bless.
He said that it holds up to scrutiny.
What does? Well, yeah, but he doesn't have any case law. He's just saying that.
No, I know that.
Case law has something versus something.
Well, generally,
because
yes,
people
but
plead no
finding
contest.
county case law itself is very difficult.
I agree. Pacer has it in there. So
I mean, if you give me an hour and a half or 2, I could find it.
well, I'll give you my number. You can call me back, bro, because I'm having your sergeant call me anyway.
I can't do that if you're seeking litigation.
Well, where's your sergeant at? Because I mean, we first would seek a supervisor.
Yeah,
and he's not
I'm
here.
sure he asked for a sergeant.
No, you didn't. But
Did you ask for a sergeant?
No, he
No, I
didn't.
figured you did though.
Well, I'm not you. I can't ask.
It would be smart to get a
If,
sergeant.
Yeah.
if you want him here,
Yeah, I think it'd be a good
I
idea.
can request he comes here.
I think it'd be
but
a good
he
idea.
can Say no.
Sure.
Can I get your cell phone real quick, and then I'll go let him
I
know.
mean, I don't have a cell phone.
A phone number.
Well,
You don't know your
like a
phone? I'll
phone
give him.
number.
I can give him the office number, bud.
Well,
I can give him an office number,
well,
bud.
It has to be a number
Associated
to
to him?
him. So
Okay.
Because it's in the event that the court is trying to provide him notice of a hearing date.
Okay. He
that's
just comes in the
purpose.
office. He doesn't like
Yeah,
live there or
it's-
nothing.
It's
All
not
right.
like.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, because I think you're incorrect. Now, if you think you sound confident, which sometimes we see cops do that because of the qualified immunity. They have to sound confident. You know what I mean, if
Sure.
so we maybe you are confident, and maybe there's some litigation in lower courts like kangaroo courts. We call them kangaroo, they're lower courts. They're magistrates, and they're not elected officials. They're
I
just-
don't think we use any magistrates in Pasco County save for traffic hearing officers.
Right, but there'd be an ordinance violation. So
There's a county judge for that.
elected?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You have an elected person in this county?
County judge.
For judge?
If I'm not mistaken, I
Okay.
believe so.
I mean, sometimes you see mayor's courts and stuff like that deal with them.
Yes.
And then, so yeah, but basically, I didn't know about this ordinance, but we are, like Pokemon, we're collecting unconstitutional ordinances.
Sure.
So if this is something that your department feels strongly about, we definitely want to have a judge take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So oddly enough, this right here too
Yeah.
is the only strip of county property here.
Sure. But county property is people's property.
So yes,
Yeah.
but it's not I guess technically it could be, but you'd be blurring the line between jurisdictional boundaries for county and city municipalities.
Oh, city muni code.
So literally everything else except like here, that
Yeah.
the easement on this side and that side, and the road itself is county property.
Yeah.
Everything else,
Well, it's Roadway State.
huh?
Roadway FDOT.
Not necessarily if it's a county maintained roadway.
Oh, okay, got
so
you.
US 301 is FDOT.
Yeah.
But Morningside is a county maintained roadway. I could be
FDOT
mistaken,
don't have to worry, but yeah.
But it's a county.
That's getting into the nitty-gritties. You might not know for
it's
sure.
county jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Just Morningside.
Gotcha.
Not America here.
Huh?
No, he's saying the county maintains the road,
And
so his FDOT maintains that. So this would be a county maintained road, not a state maintained road. No matter what, if there's an ordinance on the
Well,
books
that's not
that they're
what-
applying to panhandlers, we collect those. We want those.
Well, it's not specific to Panhandle.
Yeah, but you're applying it to panhandler.
Sure, just
how
like I
you're
apply it
using
to
it. You're
anything
using it like a
else.
tool.
Like people selling oranges on the side of the road. Like you can't be doing that.
I told you. Do you remember how I told you that there's car wash people in your county all the
Yeah,
time?
I agree.
Did I remember when I told you about the Statue of Liberty people doing taxes?
Yeah, you have to enforce it against them as well.
But you don't.
100%. Me personally?
Oh, so
I have
what?
before.
No, I do. I'm a data analyst. I pull FOIA and I FOIA audio logs and CAD logs for 6 months. You don't. Like your department does not.
Well,
So that's
I mean,
it's not accurate. You can't just say you do when there's no.
Well, I said I personally have.
When? How many years ago? Because I pulled 6 months.
To be quite frank, I generally don't have a lot of time for ordinance violations.
But you did today.
Yeah, because I'm happen to not be busy at the moment.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, when we put together a case, we're going to show a lot of things. One's going to be discriminatory efforts.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you don't have any cases, and I have video of these car wash people, I have video of the Statue of Liberty people, I have video of the sign spinners,
Sure.
I have video of yard signs that are placed in the easement, I have video of all that. So we got that already. If you're not enforcing any of that, historically, through your CAD logs and your audio logs, not by telling me you do, but actual data, but then you're enforcing it right now against a panhandler,
Facing the traffic.
then what we would say is we believe that you would be discriminately enforcing this ordinance to prevent people from panhandling. Now, if there's another case that somebody's not panhandling and you've enforced this in other ways, we'll find that out, because I'll have to pull this exact ordinance and see how it's been enforced. If you've been enforcing against people that were not panhandling, like the produce people who are up by up on 19 by Sun West Park right there.
Sure.
If you were enforcing against them, right, then maybe you say it would make sense. But
So I can't testify to anything going on that side.
I know you
because
can't.
that's well outside
But I
my
just
area.
told you about one. The produce is up by Sun West, by Sun on 19. Every week, it's set there every weekend.
Sure. The thing is though, that's outside my area of responsibility.
There's easement. There are people selling on the easement throughout Pasco County, both barbecue places. Are you disputing that being a fact?
No, I mean it does it happen? Absolutely.
Do you enforce it?
When I have the opportunity, I do.
So I'm gonna pull, Watson, I'm gonna pull all your everything you've enforced in the last year is what I'll do. And I'll pay the $80 it costs to get it. And you're gonna tell me, when's the last time you enforced something like that?
On State Road 56, there was somebody selling produce.
Selling produce, you enforced it then.
On State Road
How about
56.
panhandling?
All
the time?
Panhandling in general?
Yeah.
Not frequently.
Using the same ordinance and panhandling? No.
Like,
Who's putting their name? Who's putting their name on it? That's a great question. Are you putting your name on it?
well, you're specifically talking about when people are soliciting roadway in the same manner as
What he's doing it right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Panhandling.
So, I mean,
Passively holding a
the
sign by
last
road.
time was maybe a month ago.
Okay, well now I'll see that in your record. So you've definitely enforced against panhandlers, and as you said, you enforce against anybody else.
I make every attempt to, absolutely.
Sure. I believe you until it's proven differently. I'm not gonna say you're a liar yet.
That's fine.
But depositions and deer cameras, because deer cameras, we have deer cameras in the public. Depositions and deer, yes, we have deer cameras we put in public.
Like trail cams?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So when we take our data in, we have to get our data. So
Sure.
when you say something, I have not reviewed the trail cams because they've been up for almost a year now, and I pull the files down, I put them on data bank.
Okay.
We were out and staying in an RV park out on 19 for a while, doing the same research on, because this is right after the Sheriff Naco had been sued for the pre-crime thing, the minority report stuff he was doing. You know what I'm talking about, the predictive. Yeah, the minority report stuff. So after that lawsuit is when we showed up. We started doing our investigation in Pasco County at the time. It's been a couple of years now.
Sure.
But so what I'm saying is, I do not believe that you were indiscriminately applying an ordinance that was designed for traffic flow issues in a traffic flow scenario. I will also say that this is a light. So this red light impedes traffic. Traffic cannot move from that red light.
That's not inherently true. People can make a right-hand turn from the light.
So they can make a right-hand turn from right here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So it's not inherently true. They can make a right-hand. Okay, I can't disagree.
As a matter of fact, this is a right-hand turn only.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you right there. When I looked over at it, I can't disagree with that. It's right-hand turn only, and I don't see a sign up there that says no right on red. So yes, if someone's impeding traffic, that's the narrowly tailored spirit of the law, why they created the ordinance. It's for traffic flow issues.
Making any attempt for transactional interaction with motorists, yes. So
why would they care if someone was interacting with a motorist?
It's unsafe use of a roadway is, if I'm not mistaken, the exact term in the ordinance.
Unsafe use of a roadway?
Yeah, because it's distracting the motorists.
Well, he's not in a roadway, so it'd be the motorist be unsafe to use the roadway, not him.
The same way if anybody crosses, they have
Yeah, I can't stop a car from a sidewalk.
way.
But I can't stop a car from a sidewalk, right?
It really doesn't matter what reason.
It doesn't matter, right? We just want the paperwork. Just get the paperwork. Yeah, it's not against the law.
It's not constitutional law.
It's weird.
Therefore, I need you to either write me a ticket or take me to jail. Yeah, you got freedom of speech. So
Yeah.
Let's go finish this action.
Okay, let's.
I got freedom of
Yeah.
speech.
Oh, we were talking. No, he's saying. No, he's not being me. That's freedom of speech. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, do you have anything to say?
No,
Not in the roadway.
Israel. He's saying not in the roadway. They're gonna let them do their paperwork. We need the paperwork. Here. I'm not a motorist.
I hope they read my board. Sure they did.
Yeah.
A corporal is a supervisory position in the Pasco Sheriff's Office, not a training position.
I do believe you, but I mean, like, you know, corporals, we in the past, it's sergeant, lieutenant, captain.
So corporals act in the capacity of a sergeant.
Watch commander when a sergeant's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
I do understand how it works, but the bottom line is the internal affairs doesn't work with corporals, and
That's not true. They do on occasion.
Yeah, well, I mean, who's your corporal?
Corporal Gregory.
I mean, how long is it gonna take you? Have him come on. Yeah, sure. I'd like, yeah, because it's important for a supervisor to take a look at it too.
Yeah, I'll call him and he can come on over.
Sure.
Otherwise, it would.
I mean, because you're not incorrect about what you read. I don't disagree with you.
I mean, it's there. So
it's there.
If they were to disagree
it's there.
with either one of us, they can't read. Right?
Yeah, it's there. You're right. It's there. I mean, nobody disagrees with you. It's there.
So give me a little bit. I'll call him. He'll make his way on up here when he can.
All right.
Otherwise, it's just gonna have to wait either for the next shift.
Well, no, if you're doing a citation, we don't need a corporal because I mean we can do everything in the background. You saw legislation there. Your corporal's not going to tell you not to act on legislation. The legislation is done in a county ordinance. No one's going to tell you not to act on a county ordinance. Go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go and do it. Yeah. In county.
All right. So I hate to burst your bubble, but here's where we're at.
Yeah.
So the transaction with you and the McDonald's, the motorist taking the time to do that.
He just parked. The motorist parked. It was out on foot. Okay.
Just give us.
He gave it to me.
So that is an example of the transactional.
A motorist parked right there, bud, in a parking lot, private property.
That's what I'm saying.
Give us a second.
Okay.
That's an example of a transaction that the statute or the ordinance is for.
Oh, it's allowing. Okay, you're giving me an example of what it allows.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, no. What it so the advertisement solicitation.
Yeah.
The transaction or the commerce, right? The advertisement thereof.
Yeah.
For that is the violation itself.
So solicitation.
Yes.
Okay, so panhandling is.
Well,
Panhandling.
not exclusively panhandling, but
That person was parked, a pedestrian, and gave it to me.
So that's fine.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Now, okay.
But herein lies where we're gonna stop.
Okay.
The sheriff's office.
All right.
So technically, that's a violation, right? Is the McDonald's transaction.
That would be a violation. This guy parking and giving me the guy stopping and giving me a McDonald's.
No, it sounds like he's trying to work up a bunch of words around I'm not giving you a ticket. So
okay.
No,
Got it.
Then I'm going to stay out here with my sign until you give me a ticket. Because obviously, if you didn't give me a ticket, then what I'm doing ain't wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we need a ticket.
Man,
we need the ordinance violation.
Fucking matter.
How the hell do we challenge the ordinance that you're not enforcing?
I know, that's why I'm telling
you. Be that fucking dumb.
Yeah, he wants you to give him a ticket.
Do you need anything else from us?
No, we don't.
We want the ordinance violation, bud.
Bye.
All right, so if you don't need anything else from us,
We need the ordinance violation.
all right, I'll see you.
Yeah, I bet y'all do. Yeah. All right. I bet y'all do. Hey, whoever made that phone call, good guy. You're smart.
Nobody called me.
He called the state's attorney. Y'all smart. Y'all are smart. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bud.
So it's the transaction.
Look, Watson.
I'm just letting you know.
I'll give you that.
If that's what you're looking for,
No, yes.
then you need a transaction, and then you will be signed for the ordinance.
Well, stick around, watch for a little bit. I mean,
Sure.
we want an ordinance violation, bud.
So there was a deputy who was very proactive about enforcing county ordinance violations.
Which one is it?
Corporal Hill.
I'll get Corporal Hill to come out.
Well,
Will you send him
I
out?
was about to tell you, this is not his AOR,
Damn.
but near 75 and Weston Chapel Boulevard is.
Gotcha,
So
I'll
if
be there.
If you'd like to seek that confrontation,
Yes.
Corporal Hill is a very knowledgeable deputy about this.
Perfect.
You're gonna have a difficult time though.
No, I mean we're just gonna take the paperwork.
That's fine.
The difficult time. So we
I'm
don't
just
have a
letting you know
difficult
he's very
time.
knowledgeable with
We
what he
have
does.
lawyers. That's why we have lawyers.
Well,
we don't have a
again,
difficult time.
He's very knowledgeable about
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
so.
anybody wants to depose and say why they're violating people's First Amendment rights, we're happy to give it to them.
Okay.
I mean,
So
if
that
anybody
is
likes that
AOR.
deposition, then we're happy to give it to them. I mean, we publish it afterwards, but we're happy to give it to them.
But that is his area of responsibility.
No problem.
That confrontation.
No problem. If you paid attention during that whole video, you had somebody soliciting. You had somebody soliciting on the right of way. Just pay attention a little bit, bud. Through the whole video, bud.
Have a good one.
You have a good one. How long you been doing this? You always here? I think I've seen you before, right? Do what?
First time here.
It's your first time here? Yeah, man, you got some nice rugs. How much they run?
I guess some more, some different sizes, more bigger, but the
Right.
prices, yeah. Those are 5x8. We have a deal for 149.
150? Somebody at 149, 150? 5x8?
5x8.
Hell yeah. Super nice, bud.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's good quality. We buy these rugs from Turkey.
Oh, Turkish rugs. Okay, yeah, Turkey makes good rugs.
House in Tampa.
Oh, all right. Hell yeah, man. So you have a company or just do it like on the side or something?
Me and two friends.
What's the name of the company?
Star Rugs.
Store Rocks?
Star.
Star Rugs. Gotcha. Star Rugs. Gotcha. Hell yeah, bud. Nice stuff, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
I'll let you know, man. Yep.
Welcome. Thank
All right, bud. You have a good one.